Hey, good morning. Let me fix my camera. Turn a little bit more this way. Hey! I don't have to look at you over here. I put my keyboard down. I'm a scatterbrain girl. What day is this? Oh, this is Wednesday. Wednesday. I love Wednesday. It's hump day. Happy, happy hump day. Tonight I will be at Midtown Cava on 39th Street doing some meditation right after chair yoga. Meditation begins at 7:30, goes till about 8:15 or so. Hope you can join me. Come down to Midtown Cava. Grab your own cuppa. Tea, they have kava, they have tea, they have CBD, and they have some other stuff too. They got a really cool shop. Good morning, Miss Freya. How you doing, love? Enjoyed visiting with you last night. And everybody, I went to the VFW Post 1829, Kansas City, Missouri, and had our VFW meeting. I am a member of the auxiliary, the VFW auxiliary, and have been, I was a member when I lived down in Florida, and I carried that back when I came to Kansas City. But I was super active in Florida. I would like to get that active again here in Kansas City because I truly, truly admire and uphold and support every aspect of our veterans, everything to do with our veterans. But my problem is, hey, Carl, good morning, welcome. Julie and Sheila and Julie Cole. Welcome, glad you're here. So my problem with so many organizations is the same as I'm sure yours. They keep 80% of the donations to go to overhead expenses and paying for the CEO's vacations. And so little of it go to the veterans. And so I feel like when I am working, when I'm volunteering my time with the VFW, it's an honor for me to be able to serve my veterans directly in whatever way I can. But I'm serving them directly, and I know that I'm helping them. And that... Hey, Hard Times, how's it going, brother? Good to have you. Sandra, good morning. That's my mama. Good morning, Mom. I think this is probably the first time that you've ever caught my show live. Welcome. Oh, my goodness, I'm honored today. Oh, shoot. So, cheers. I have my bubbly water. I'm doing really, really well on this detox diet that I've been doing just to cleanse my system. And so far, I've been doing this for about 2 weeks now. I have had 0 meat for 2 weeks. I have had 2 pieces of bread because I was working with my guides, and I was really doing a lot of work trying to get rid of my migraines, or at least cut them down. And because when I have a migraine, I feel like my body's poisoned, like I've overloaded too much of some substance, and it triggers a migraine. And it really feels like I've been poisoned. It really does. It's crazy. And so, doing meditation, talking with my guides, and they're telling me that it's a lot of it is the food that I eat. I have an allergy to something. And so, investigating a little further and working directly with my guides. I really don't do anything unless they're with me on it, because I only want to do what's for my greatest good, my best good for myself. So, no meat, no yeast, no gluten, no processed sugar or flour. And so that's everything. That's everything. But that's not a hard diet for me, because I was a hell of a sugar drinker, man. I drink a lot of sugar. Give me some sugar and some water in a little tea bag so it has color in it, and I'm still good with that. Still good with that. Some people are like that with their coffee, you know. I went from an 8 to 10 can a day Coca-Cola habit to super sweet tea, to southern sweet tea, to no sugar tea. And now I feel really good. I've graduated to bubbly water. Yeah, it's just carbonated water with a little hint of flavor in it, and that's all it is. But so far, the congestion, I had this spontaneous cough that would just come out of nowhere, and it has almost completely left me. Cigarettes are almost completely gone. I'm down to lighting 5 cigarettes a day, taking 1 drag off of each one, maybe 2, and putting them out because they taste like crap. Hi, April Dawn. 4x4 tummies gal, that's so cute. Pam, good morning to you, love. And so, dadgum, if I didn't lose 6 pounds already, but not only do I not have this congestion, but I haven't had a headache yet. I have not had a headache that I can recall for 2 weeks. If I did have, it was only one, and it was only something that I woke up with. Timies. 4x4 timies, gal. So funny. April, you're so darn cute. It's not even funny. Full moon. It is the harvest moon today. Or is it harvest moon? I think it's the first harvest celebration. First full moon harvest celebration, but it is not the harvest moon. Is it the peach moon? What moon is it? What moon is it? I can't think. Julie said if I could ever get settled, I'm going to work on my smoking too. Do you know what has worked for me? When I go out in the morning and I do my morning prayers, my morning meditation, I light up a cigarette because it was something that I always did. I always have a sage bundle in this hand, a cigarette in this hand, because cigarettes were something that I really truly enjoyed. I really did. But I don't want to smoke anymore, so I asked the guides to take it away from me. And I looked at the cigarette and I said, you offer nothing for my highest and greatest good. You offer nothing to me. You make my chest hurt. You make me cough. You make it hard to breathe. You make my breath taste awful. You make my mouth taste awful. You offer nothing good for me. So I no longer wish you to be part of my life. And then I put the cigarette out, so it was like a little mini ritual. And doing that, I stopped holding a cigarette in the morning when I use my sage, So I'm still saying my prayers, cigarette's not even in the picture. And honestly, I haven't had a hard time with withdrawals. I haven't had a hard time with any kind of cravings. It feels very, very clean to put these cigarettes down. Every now and then, Sturgeon moon, thank you, Freya. Sturgeon moon in August, that's right. Doggone it. It's just not as bad. But I asked the guides to help me. I really did. I asked them to cleanse this body out and take those cigarettes and take that want from me. So it helped. Helped a lot. I got my rocks out. I love playing with the rocks. And the full moon was here. And so I took my rocks out and I washed them all, and then I saged them, and then I set them out in the moon and the sun and the moon again. This is probably one of the most unique rocks, unique crystal formations that I have ever seen. I believe that this piece came from a tectonic area. I think because this is the only explanation that my little brain can come up with. Because you see, this is like a bed of crystal. But then it warped, it waved. Something picked it up and moved it when it was in crystalline structure. This structure was still here. It was all attached when this bottom piece got warped up. And the only thing I can think of is liquefaction, that the ground actually liquefied during an earthquake and rolled, and it rolled this crystal into this formation. Very, very unique. Very unique. And this also is a piece that is rolled almost into a cone. Very much a cylinder. Isn't that cool? And it's got the black, what is that, hematite? Hematite is red. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Hematite is red. I'm not sure what the black is, but this has some really nice, beautiful crystals on it. Just a cool formation, unique. I have a vendor, and I have a friend over in Pakistan too that sells stones, sells crystals. And I tell them, don't show me your crap that you're going to show to everybody else. I want to see your unique things. I want to see something different. And so every now and then they pop up something different like that. That's a whole bunch of green tourmaline. And gosh darn, I cannot ever remember the name of the matrix that it's in. But it's just a really cool piece. Tons of little tourmaline pieces in there. These little rods sticking out everywhere. You know, so when you see people online selling their wares, selling their rocks, private message them and ask them for their unique stuff. What have you got that's different? Because somebody always has something that's different. Look at that big old tourmaline rock. That's a piece of green tourmaline. You can really see the green in this light. Sometimes it looks very, very black. That's just a giant tourmaline rod. Look at that. Good morning, Meg. Welcome. So anyway, I was just playing in the rocks this morning. I wanted to show them off to you. Show you some of my favorite pieces. This is one of my favorite pieces here. This crystal, the faces on it. It's really hard to find a perfect, and this one is almost a perfect. It has a window in it. It has a parallelogram in it. Right there at the very front. You can kind of see it. There you go. Do you see that? That is, I can't think of the daggum name of the quartz. It's not a timekeeper. It's not a record keeper. I really think that this is a channeling quartz. I really do. I think that's a channeling quartz. It's beautiful, isn't it, Julie? It is so pretty. It is just so pretty and so well formed. And you guys know the difference, right, between your masculine and your feminine quartz. Feminine quartz are milky. They're just milky. This one's almost half and half, but it's got a little bit more milky to it. This one has a little bit more towards the bottom, a little clearer up. The masculine quartz are clear. Water clear in some cases. Look at that. See my glasses through that. It's amazing. So that's a masculine quartz. Yeah, these are just some of my favorite pieces. And my collection has greatly diminished, but it has, for the most part, gone to great causes. Like, I think Mom has a lot of my pieces, a lot of my favorites. So, that'll be all right. It's all right. I'm glad Mom's got them. Let's pull a card, guys. Let's see what's going on around the world. Man, what's going on? Christy said I'm in love. Christy, and I sent you a link this morning, Christy, because I know you like to mess with crystals. So check out Wilma Z's Crystal Skulls. She doesn't just sell crystal skulls, but she's got some really, really nice crystals. So China invaded Hong Kong yesterday, huh? Did that happen? Did that really happen? Because they said they were going to. Thing is that England England claimed Hong Kong as a territory from something like the 1870s until like 1877 to 1977, for 100 years. Hong Kong was, I believe, its own sovereign island nation, sovereign country. And then it was the Opium Wars in the 1800s, and England took Hong Kong as a territory. 100 years later, they ceded Hong Kong, or deeded, I guess. I don't know what the word is really, but they gave Hong Kong to China, to mainland China. Instead of giving Hong Kong back to its own sovereign self, for whatever reason, China acquired the territory. And all right, Christy, cool. The mainland China has sovereign control over Hong Kong, but Hong Kong still is its own independent state, its own independent economy. And I'm saying this slowly because I want to make sure that I have it right. So even though China claims Hong Kong as a territory, they are still controlled, like self-governed, and they're trying democracy in Hong Kong. Democracy is really what they want, where China is a oh gosh darn it, I can't think of that word. You know, China, it wants everybody the same as them. It doesn't want any democracies going on. So they began this protest because China passed a law. China passed a law saying that they can come to Hong Kong. Chinese military, Chinese police can come to Hong Kong on their soil and take whatever political prisoners, people who are wanted, for whatever various crimes, but mostly political prisoners. Now, a political prisoner can be anybody. I can be a political prisoner. You can be a political prisoner just because of your beliefs, especially if you ever shared your beliefs. You can become communist. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Couldn't remember that word. Communist China. And they do not want Hong Kong to be a democratic state. They want total control over Hong Kong. So, so they passed a law saying that they can come and take whatever political dissidents, political prisoners, fugitives, people wanted by the police, whatever, and take them back over to mainland China, instead of allowing them to be tried in Hong Kong. Just like, we wouldn't want to be extradited to China without a really big fight, right? They don't have the option to fight. That is what the protests began from. Because of that law, because they said, China passed a law saying they're coming to Hong Kong to get their political dissidents and whoever, and then take them back to China for trial. And it's really caused the country to go into an uproar. Now, China said, the government in China said that they are not going to put up with this for very long, and they did warn them that they will take military action. And they did. So, and I haven't really heard too much more about the fact that China has gone into Hong Kong physically to quell the protests. And they're not going to be nice about it. They're not going to be good. It's probably going to turn out the same way for the dumbasses who go raid Area 51. If you're one of those people that are planning on going to Area 51, don't go to Area 51. The fireworks that you'll see are not the ones that you wish. It'll be the same way as it is in Hong Kong. It will not be pretty. Now, the problem is that that is just another hotbed in the world. It's just another hot spot. Hong Kong is an ally of ours, I believe. And so it begins is correct, Julie. And so it begins. They're a strong ally of Japan. Japan and Hong Kong are allies, I believe. And if Japan gets pulled into the mix, if it really breaks out and Japan gets pulled into the mix, we will be pulled into the mix because we support Japan. You know, we offer them military support. So it begins. So just put out the good energy. You know, do whatever we can. Our energy, you know, we talked Monday about how our energy, good or bad, that we put out with the thoughts that we have, the words, mostly with the words and our actions, and what energies we put into those words and actions. And so if we're just putting out this really good, strong, loving energy, there doesn't have to be any fighting. Doesn't have to be any fighting. The idea of war just scares the hell out of me. It really does. But it seems to me, and this is my conspiracy theory side, it seems to me that us, Russia, China, and the European Union, let's say United Kingdom, not the European Union, but United Kingdom. Well said, Nicole. She said you don't have to go to Area 51 to experience ETs. Well said. United Kingdom, United States, Russia, China. Maybe a little bit of Korea in there. Feels like we've been doing this little Cold War game again. You know, lining up the allies, putting pieces in place. Venezuela, for instance. I can't completely 100% believe that all these power grid problems in all of these countries are just a result of the sun, just a result of cosmic energy. You know, you can't help but start thinking that things are getting hacked and that there are just little chess pieces being moved around on the chessboard. You hack me, I hack you. You know, you take down my power grid, I'm going to screw yours for a long time. Just remember that, right? I think a lot of that's going on. I think it's been going on not for a long time. Past few months, maybe the past year. But be aware that countries are truly pawns on a chessboard, and people are, well, we're just numbers. We're just a number. We don't count. And so, you know, I just don't want to be a pawn that's thrown up on a chessboard all of a sudden and not aware of what's going on. So that's why I say to you, just be aware. Let's see here. All right, I'll pull a card. So Wednesday, it is Happy Hump Day Wednesday. Yeah. Meditation, midweek meditation at Midtown Cava. Dearest you, going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy, and to put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open, but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off and that you will feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might even turn out better than you think. However much work you're willing to put in, we will match it tenfold on our end. everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life, so just do it. Just do it. Loving you so, so much. Julie. Got till time. We're caught up in it. Julie Cole says we're already caught up in it. Oh, Julie said she's got some time for tea. Nice. Julie Cole said it didn't start out a happy day there. I'm so sorry. So sorry. But for Christy May, it is payday. Nice, guys. Yeah, Julie, I'm sending you out some really, really good energy because I know that you've been going through a rough time lately. So, you know, and to everybody out there, let's just send out some good energy. Let's do some sharing and just take a second and just share some good stuff. Do your breath work. Just take those deep cleansing breaths. Blow out all that stress. Push out all that air. And then take another deep breath. Feels better, doesn't it? Send that good energy. Thanks, guys. Thanks for sharing that with me. You know, if we all do that every day just a little bit, man. Oh, I know. Julie says it's all good. I get through it. And yeah, man, we all get through it. We all get through it. But why does it have to be crap? Why can't it be fun? Why can't we enjoy it while we're going through it? Right? Enjoy it. If we got to go through it, do it with a smile. Put on your high heels and pull up your tight jeans and your big girl bra and walk right on through it. Oh, that's some funny stuff. Postcards from Spirit is what I'm reading from by Colette Baron Reed. These are fabulous. Hey, Joe Donovan, welcome, welcome. Good to have you, brother. Postcards from Spirit. Go see her. Go to YouTube and look for Colette Baron Reed. Go to... Ooh, Parents Frustrated. Wow. You know how you get these little news flashes over on your screen? I might share this one with you because I don't usually do this. What happened in those 4 hours? Parents frustrated by lack of answers in search for kids on KC school bus missing for hours. Holy crap. And you know, I can understand why people would be really, really afraid to put their kids in public school these days. I really do truly understand that. And I also believe that we are slowly moving away from the public school system into more private school, privatized school, whether it's literally a private school, a religious school, or whether it is homeschooling, a group of families that get together and parents teach different age groups of children. I mean, I would do that, honestly. If I was a young parent these days, I would get involved early, as soon as my kids' feet hit the ground. I would begin getting involved in homeschooling, early learning programs. I mean, and find that family, that daycare provider who would also do homeschooling, because I'm telling you what, it's just terrifying. It's terrifying anymore. And I give honor and I give so much love to young parents. My children are all in their 30s, and my grandkids are starting junior high. My oldest grandkids are starting junior high. My youngest grandson is walking and talking. And he's going to be hitting that school age soon too. Dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes the loss is welcome. Like when you leave a situation that is not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of your loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break wide open. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that as you let go of what is past, ever more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before, and love truly does heal all. We are loving you, sending you love, always and forever. Nice. Had to take a nice deep breath on that one. Claim that card. Claim that card, everybody. Right, Freya? Everybody claim that card. Because sometimes a loss doesn't have to be someone crossing over. A loss doesn't have to be a death. A loss can be, you can lose your identity. You can lose your sense of self. And then have to regain a new identity, a new sense of self. That happens with divorce, separation. That happens when we move to a new town. It happens when we come to a new job. We all suffer a loss of identity that we have to regain and create a new self, a new, don't you know, have you ever been to a job that you really hated? It was just such a crappy job that you didn't want to go ever. And that became a part of who you were, that whole attitude, I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job, becomes a part of who you are. And sadly, when you change that job, when you finally find a new job that you can absolutely love and adore, you have to shed and lose all of that identity that hated that job. So loss is something that we go through every single day. We just don't even realize it. I'm going to go to chat for a second. Everybody's busy over here. What y'all talking about? Christy May said, I use a charter school. It is great. Yeah, we have charter schools here too in Kansas City. They are pretty cool. Public schools don't teach anything spiritual or soulful. No, ma'am, they do not. But they sure do teach a lot of other crappy stuff, don't they? And I truly, when 53, when I was in school, we brought our books home. We did our homework at home. We weren't allowed extra time at school except for study hall. We had study hall, so if you were quick and you were really good, but if you were struggling, you took your books home and you did your homework there and you learned and you tried to understand and your parents helped you. When my kids got in school, this tradition of we keep all the school books here, and that began. And the thing is that they've changed damn history books to favor whatever, like the moon landing. Yes, I do believe that we landed on the moon. And yes, I believe that they probably saw stuff that it scared the crap out of them, and that's why we haven't been back. And maybe they really did get a warning to stay off the moon. I don't know. But I believe we were there. And I believe that they looked at the round earth behind them. Matter of fact, I remember seeing a picture from the moon to the earth, and they all looked pretty round. Just for those who are really curious whether or not we live on a flat earth. I heard that, Christy. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I really don't. I lost that whole train of thought for a second. So forget about that. Let's go back up here. Don't teach anything spiritual or soulful. Julie said her, yeah, now I'm not going to tell everybody that. Julie, everybody know how old you might be. That's beautiful. Happy birthday to your son. He will be 30 this year. Oh, God. Christy May said, sadly, our school has to teach the kids what to do if there's an intruder. Yep. That's exactly right. I remember where I was going now with the moon landing story. I was trying to say that they have slanted our history, and they have left things out to where, we look good. We look good. There's nothing disparaging in there about us, There's not a whole big section in there on the Vietnam War in the history books, if you can even see a school book these days. Now, it's pretty much gotten to where everything's online. You have to go to your parent portal to see how your kids are doing and how the grades are doing. If you have any communications with the teacher, that's fine. That's pretty convenient. But, dadgum, they don't want us to see what they're teaching the kids, and that's the truth. Mom was talking about those video games, like, the war games. And I was telling her the Grand Theft Auto, and there's a couple of other ones that were developed by our military to teach our soldiers to kind of hone their battle skills. They mass marketed that crap pretty quick. Telling Mom that's what they're doing. They're raising a bunch of brainwashed soldiers these days. People who are ready to kill and know how to do it. Take a headshot. When I was growing up out in the country, my dad was teaching my sister and I how to protect ourselves against intruders. We went out back and we learned how to shoot a 12-gauge shotgun. And I was young. We learned how to shoot a 12-gauge. And the deal was, if somebody's trying to get in the door, you've got 2 bullets. He said, I want you to shoot the first one above their head. You aim for that window up there and you shoot that window out. If that doesn't make them run, then you aim for right in the center of their bodies and you pull that trigger. Doesn't matter how many people are at that door, a lot of them are going to fall down and run away. So, he wasn't trying to teach us to kill. He was trying to teach us how to protect ourselves. And the lessons that our generations are learning now is not how to protect yourself. It's not what to do in case of emergency. It's not what to do if. It's just straight up how to kill. And that's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. And I can hear Rex Bear in my head going, but is there a lighter side? Is there a bright side to it? Hell, I don't think so. Not in that case. Not in that case, there's not. Shoot. I'm sure there's a bright side to it. It's just I just woke up a little while ago and I don't feel like looking for it. Oh my goodness. So how about one more card? One more card. And I think this is perfect. And then I'm going to get off of here and tell you guys to go rinse your Cuppas out. Put them in the drainer. Get them ready for the morning. Get to work. Dearest you, we are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it's taken you for you to reach some of your goals and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest that you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune in to the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality, but we know that happy rewards are on their way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You'll achieve your dreams and more, we promise, but more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself and not at arriving at any destination. You are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel us? That's a good way to end the day. Claim that one? Nice, Julie. I do too. I'll claim that one. So everybody, go have a beautiful day. Go do something exciting for yourself. Do something exciting. I'm looking at a bicycle, jumping a ramp like you did when you was a kid. Go do something spontaneous and fun. Julie Cole Guthrie, you deserve it. Freya Baitling, you deserve it. Christy May, you do too. So do you, Hard Times. Go find something cool to do and be spontaneous and then do it. And laugh. And laugh out loud. And have fun. And just enjoy being where you are in your world today. Because it's a beautiful day. And your world is very, very beautiful. I love you all. Peace to you, my loves. And I'll see you tomorrow. If I don't see you later on today, you never know whenever I'm going to pop on. Never know what little sister's up to. See you guys later. Y'all have a great day. Y'all do it.